What's good, Washington Wizards fans? So Wes Unseld Jr. has emerged as the front runner as the Washington Wizards head coach per Shams and Fred Katz of The Athletic. So this is solid news. I wanted Sam Cassell from the jump, but it's okay. We're going to get Wes Unseld Jr. It looks like the Wizards have taken the longest time ever to find a head coach, and we are the last team to hire a head coach that had a head coaching job available. So Wes, he brings an upgrade, man. He brings an upgrade defensively. We have been terrible defensively. Last year, the Nuggets were 11th in points per game allowed. We were dead last in points per game allowed with 118 points. So he's going to bring some defensive-minded philosophy to this roster, to this team that we have not had in years. He was the defensive coordinator for the Denver Nuggets, was a Washington Wizards assistant and scout, and of course his dad was here when we won our only championship. The Hall of Famer Wes Unseld. Got to put some respect on his name. Shout out to Wes Unseld, one of the few players that has his jersey up in the rafters in Capital One Arena right now. So shout out to Wes Unseld with the famous outlet pass. Shout out to Wes. So I like the hire. I think it's going to be a good hire. We got to get this team defensively ready, and also, he's a good player with developing players. He helped develop Nikola Jokic, who was the MVP this past season. You look at Jamal Murray. You look at how he developed into a great player. You look at Michael Porter Jr. He's gotten better over the past 2 years. He's a great shooter and a great scorer. So they've been able to do more with less, and they haven't really drafted really high. I mean, Nikola Jokic was a second-round pick. Michael Porter Jr. was the 14th or 13th pick of the draft. So we keep getting these mid-round picks. We got to look at how we develop players, and you look at how the Nuggets have developed guys. Torrey Craig, Monte Morris, Gary Harris. Even though he's gone, some of those guys are gone. They looked a lot better. You look at, they brought in Jeremy Grant. He played well under the Nuggets last year, or in the bubble, playing defensively. So, and he was credited also when they came back against the Clippers when they were down 3-1. Mike Malone, the head coach for the Denver Nuggets, gave Wes Unseld Jr. a lot of credit, coming up with defensive schemes, with defensive game plans, how to stop Kawhi Leonard or slow him down, how to stop Paul George. Remember Pandemic P? Wes Unseld Jr. was a huge part in stopping those two players. And you looked at how they came back in that fourth quarter and game, or how they shut down the Clippers in that fourth quarter. A lot of that was credited to Wes Unseld Jr. So defense will be instilled with this team. I'm interested to see how he can develop Rui Hachimura, how he can develop Denny Avdia. Got some familiarity with the international player Nikola Jokic, so how he can help out Denny, how he can help out Thomas Bryant, Daniel Gafford, all those bigs that he's been doing well with like Nikola Jokic. Can he help Denny? Can he help Denny develop? Can he help Rui develop? Can he help Thomas Bryant develop if he's still here next year? And Daniel Gafford as well. I think Daniel Gafford would be really good. And you look at how Wes Unseld Jr. has really done well with that defensive team. They don't have a lot of athletic guys. Like Nikola Jokic can barely jump off the ground. He can barely jump over a phone book. And, now he has a rim protector like a Daniel Gafford. So I'm excited to see how he develops those guys. And the Nuggets have gotten better each year. They made the playoffs the last 3 or 4 years. Each year they made progress and gotten farther. Except for this year, they went to the second round because Jamal Murray got injured. So I think this is a solid hire. We'll see how much he gets paid. I don't think he's going to get $7 million like Scott Brooks did, but I think this is a solid hire. And Russ and Brad had to okay this. So this is probably the guy that they really like the most out of all the candidates as well. So I think this is a solid hire. I know Wes Unseld, his dad, is going to be pretty happy about this too upstairs. So I think this is a good hire for the Wizards, bringing some defense, player development, some discipline to this team. Exactly what we needed for the Washington Wizards. Should be an upgrade over what we had in the past. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Wes Unseld under this team, or coaching this team up, getting some defense and player development down. And, dealing with Russ and Brad, can we get the best of those two guys? Can we get both those guys to lock in defensively? Last year we were terrible defensively. Can they lock in and get better? And can we make it past the first or second round? We'll see what that can happen with Wes Unseld Jr. All right, you guys, hail to the Wizards. Peace.